If you peel back the layers of your favorite video game, you'll find a world that is surprisingly empty. There is no actual gravity, no real physical mass, and absolutely zero weight. It is just flat math and glowing pixels. Yet when you press a plastic button on your controller, your brain feels the heavy, bone-rattling thud of a giant hammer slamming into the dirt. How does that happen? If a programmer simply tells a computer to drop a digital object from the top of the screen to the bottom, the result looks lifeless. The object just slides downward at a constant speed, looking entirely unnatural. Without any extra help, early digital environments are essentially cardboard dioramas. They are hollow, weightless sets waiting for someone to give them a sense of reality. To bridge that gap, developers rely on a specific set of psychological illusions to fake reality. They aren't trying to simulate physics, they are trying to trick your senses. Making a game that feels good to play doesn't require writing a better physics textbook. It requires mastering the art of the optical illusion. Let's start with a baseline experiment using a very basic digital circle. Watch as it drops to a flat floor. It looks completely rigid, like a piece of glass hitting a rock. The first trick to giving this weightless circle a sense of physical mass is to make it react to the ground as if it's made of soft rubber instead of hard pixels. You might think you can just shrink the entire circle as it hits the ground, but if you shrink it evenly in all directions, it just looks like a camera zooming in and out. The movement stays completely robotic. Instead, the goal is to keep the amount of space the circle takes up the same while changing its shape. As the circle hits the floor, it flattens out like a pancake. Then, as it bounces back up, it stretches tall and skinny. The slight change in shape instantly tricks the human brain. Suddenly, we stop seeing a rigid computer graphic and start perceiving a soft, heavy object that has real momentum. We run into a similar problem with digital combat. When one digital object strikes another, the computer simply overlaps their pixels on the screen. Because there is no actual friction, the hit feels incredibly weak. The solution is to fake physical resistance by briefly pausing the entire world at the moment of impact. At the exact millisecond a strike connects, the action stops cold. For a tiny fraction of a second, the animation freezes. Then a bright flash appears, and the target finally flies away. By stretching the object's shape and literally pausing time on impact, developers force our brains to feel physical resistance where none exists. Visual tricks are only half the equation. In the real world, sound is chaotic. Every little footstep and gust of wind hits your ears at once without any filter. But game developers intentionally ignore that reality. They decide exactly what is most important for the player to hear, curating the sounds based on the impact of your actions. They take continuous, quiet sounds, like a character walking, and turn the volume way down. At the same time, they crank the volume on the events that matter, like landing a heavy punch. This sharp contrast in volume guarantees that your brain instantly registers a clear feeling of reward for your actions, cutting perfectly through all the other noise. The engineering of your comfort goes all the way down to the microscopic level of the screen itself, where developers will even cheat the digital canvas to create visual balance. This diagram shows a standard 16 by 16 pixel grid. If you try to draw a perfect circle inside this even-numbered space, it ends up looking slightly lopsided. An even grid simply doesn't have a single true center point to build from. The clever workaround is to shave off one row entirely, reducing the space to an odd-numbered 15 by 15 grid. Suddenly, you have a single center pixel, and your drawn circle becomes perfectly, satisfyingly symmetrical. Whether they are manipulating sound volume so you hear exactly what you need to, or shaving off a single row of pixels to make a shape perfectly round, developers are constantly engineering a sense of psychological comfort. Now, let's bring all these disparate tricks together onto a single stage and look at our basic digital circle one last time. Here is our fully realized hero in action. It flattens and stretches with heavy weight as it moves. It pauses dynamically on impact to show resistance, and it is accompanied by perfectly curated audio rewards. The computer hardware hasn't gained any new processing power since we started. The underlying math is exactly the same. Only the way the data is presented to your brain has changed. Great game developers act far more like stage illusionists than traditional computer programmers. They work directly with the flaws and quirks in human perception. The ultimate magic trick is taking a completely flat, weightless screen and turning it into a satisfying physical experience that feels completely real.